Well, we did discuss it on Cricbuzz Combox with Zaheer Khan, but I'm going to come straight to Michael Vaughan to get his thoughts on Ishan Kishan, because when a youngster comes in there and just blows it out the water, as a member of the opposition or a neutral, you've got to be blown away.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you know, it's not that England wouldn't have had information about Ishan Kishan, because they've had all the information from the IPL of where potentially you can bowl to him and have some success. I just like to see young players arrive on the international stage and just play and be themselves. And that's exactly what he did this evening in front of a big crowd. He just looks like a young player that's very excitable. He's got a lovely bat swing. You know, the way that he can manoeuvre that ball through the offside, through the onside, on the front and the back foot, the pull shots that he was playing, then he was launching them over mid-wicket. You know, he's a high-class player. I mean, when you're playing in the IPL under that amount of pressure, it's not that big a step to then play T20 cricket for your country, because you're playing against pretty much the same bowlers that you do in the IPL. You're used to the noise, you're used to the crowd, you're used to expectation. You know you have to deliver in the IPL. 2 or 3 bad games in the IPL and you're gone. That's the nature of the beast. So it's a real good training ground for international cricket. He's a fine player. We'll be seeing a lot more of him.
Now, Zaheer, Michael's given us a little bit of the technical side to Ishan Kishan and what we saw of him. But the other side that you don't see is what you have a privilege of seeing, is Ishan Kishan, the character in the dressing room. So I'm sure it wouldn't have surprised you, the way he came out and the way he played, the way he expressed himself. There's just nothing ugly other than maybe those 2 tattoos.
Tattoos is a mandatory requirement these days if you're a cricketer. I guess, you know, every player you see on the field sporting a tattoo. But with Ishan Kishan, you know, he's a chirpy character. You know, he's a lively character on the field. Likes to keep things simple, but he's always up to mischiefs, pranks. You know, so that's something which a good character to have in the dressing room environment. But on the field, you'll see him transform, and you'll see that focus, and he's very quiet. You know, like all the cricketers, maybe a superstition or 2 here there, but nonetheless very focused on his game, very hungry for success. Wants to make his mark at every level of cricket he plays. So that's something which is exciting. What strikes me is that his 6 hitting ability. You know, that's something which he has shown as he's started playing IPL, and now consistently able to do that. You know, so that is something not often you find in cricketers, that power, and you know, that separates you from the rest. And then same case with Ishan Kishan. You know, you can clearly distinct. You can see the clear distinction there. You know, with his ability and how he's matured. I think what he used to do earlier was look to take on the bowlers very early on in his innings. The game awareness has gone up, and you could see the way he's rotating after he's hit a big 6. You know, you will see him not rushed with the next one, but to take his time. So the temperament has certainly improved as far as Ishan Kishan is concerned.
Yeah, he is a character. I'll tell you, the first time I ever met him was it was a festival game, a charity game. He had just hit 11 sixes, and went up to him and said, "Well done on that." He had no reaction. He said, No. Have you ever done a bottle flip in your life? He asked me. And I said, well, what's the connection? He said, forget the sixes. Can you do a bottle flip? So Michael, you must try this at home. Just take a little bottle about that big and just flip it and make sure it lands straight. He did it 10 times in a row after having hit 10 sixes. So that's the kind of character he is. He likes to try new things, do different things, and he'll always surprise you.
Yeah, I mean, those kind of characters are great for the dressing room. You know, they generally play in a similar vein. You know, they go out and play in a similar kind of cheeky fashion. But, you know, you've also got to have if you're going to be cheeky, you're going to be a character, you've got to have the game to match. And he's certainly got that. It'll be Rohit Sharma and Ishan Kishan opening the batting for India in T20 cricket. I mean, it's a great partnership. It's the Mumbai Indians partnership. I said a few days ago, Zach, that just play the Mumbai Indians as many as you can possibly get into the side, and India will be better for it. Well, Ishan Kishan on his first time out in the middle just showed everybody and the world stage. I guess what he has to cope with now is that more people around the world will be talking about him because he's done it in the blue jersey of the Indian side. But from what he's done in the IPL to what he's done on his debut, we'll be seeing a lot more of those little fancy shots, and that power for the size that he is. He's a little pocket rocket. You know, he gets a tremendous amount of power with the hand speed and the timing. A beautiful player to watch.